Alrighty. Good morning. The little red sign says we are recording, and it is so. And this morning, coffee 246. And for morning coffee 246, I have to respond to what's being said. It's like, well, why is Vaughn still in Ohio? Why is Vaughn? I really shouldn't have to address this, but I mean, I have to address this because apparently nobody can figure out why I'm still in Ohio. This is not rocket science. It's real easy to figure out why I'm still in Ohio. Okay, it goes like this. All right, John gave me a sizable donation. He did, and I appreciate that. And that will get me to Manchester to get Sharpie, but it will not get me out of Manchester, out on Route 40, where I need to be. Okay, so I can get to Manchester, but then I'm stuck in Manchester because I'm not getting any sizable donations. Now, do not misunderstand me. Do not miscrew my words. I appreciate every donation I get, even a $1 donation. The problem, though, is that Google, not Von Helton, let me say it again for the trolls in the back row, Google uses $3.50 when they calculate your gasoline consumption out on the interstate. Actually, Google is lowballing it because it is $3.59.999 or whatever. Which, by the way, they got to get rid of that because we're getting rid of the penny here, I think, at the end of this month or something? It's coming up quick, I know that. They're getting rid of the penny. And so they're going to round it up to 360. If they haven't already, they're going to round it up to 360 because we're doing away with the penny. So Google's actually lowballing it by 10 cents a gallon. So when you have to factor in the fact that even Google says it is $3.50 a gallon, because that's what it is, that's what they use, is the fact that we're going to have to up our ante here, and we're going to have to start donating profusely in order to get me out of Manchester. Getting to Manchester and getting Sharpie is great, but then I'm stuck there until I get the next donation. And I don't want to be stuck there. I want to be able to get Sharpie and get out, right? And that requires sizable donations. But again, let me stress one more time, because somebody will try to, the trolls will try to spin this. Oh, well, that means you hate $1 donations. That means you hate $2 donations. No, that's not what it means. That's not what it means. I appreciate every donation. In fact, the $1 and $2 donations will offset the fee that PayPal charges me to transfer it from PayPal to Cash App. Okay, so I do appreciate every donation, even the dollar donations. The problem, though, is that I'm going to need sizable donations in order to get out of Manchester and onto 40, heading west towards my cousin. Apparently the trolls have convinced Darren not to let me go down there. So, well, okay, whatever, Anywho, but yeah, so, be advised, even Google themselves is saying $3.50. Because I get these people, well, it's only $2.70 where I'm at. Yeah, but are you on the interstate? No. When you get out on the interstate, it's $3.50 a gallon. Of course, now it's $3.60 a gallon because Google is actually lowballing it. Okay, and I shouldn't have to get on here and describe why I haven't left Ohio yet. I don't want to get stranded in Manchester, Kentucky. I want to be able to get in, get Sharpie, get out, and head down 40. That's what I want to be able to do. Well, I can't do that because there's no sizable donations coming in. So it is incumbent upon those that are donating to understand that I have to have sizable donations in order to move down the road. $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 even, to get down the road. Because you got to be able to get into the situation and out of the situation. And a lot of people, I guess, aren't figuring that. They say, oh, well, John gave him $50, and okay, well, great. That gets me down to get Sharpie, but it doesn't get me out of Manchester. It just gets me down there. You get me? And really and truly, is $50 going to do it? No, it's not. Not with gas at $3.60 a gallon. But a lot of people have this in their mind, because they'll put it on Google, and Google will say, well, hell, it's only a 3-hour drive, or 4-hour drive, or whatever. He should be able to knock that out, no problem. Well, that's nice and all, but then when you actually get out on the interstate, which is what I need to do, then you find out, no, well, because everybody's like, well, where did the $1,000 go, the $900 or whatever? Well, here's where it went. It went to the fact that Google miscalculates the gas. It's not $3.50, it's $3.60. So Google actually lowballs the gasoline by 10 cents a gallon. So that's where the 900 went, going to New Jersey. So now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Okay, because remember, I deposited $650 into the account, and which means I used 900, or roughly $850, 900, whatever it was I used. So, let's just, let's keep that in mind, folks, because it's one thing to get there, it's another thing to get out, See, a lot of you ain't figuring that in, and thus, here I sit. Now once I get sizable donations coming in, where I can get into Manchester and get out of Manchester, then I go get Sharpie. Because I do not want to delay myself in Manchester, which I think was what everybody was hoping, that I would get stuck in Manchester and not be able to get out. Right, trolls? Right, haters? Yeah, they was hoping I'd get stuck in Manchester and not be able to get out. So there we are. And, so you gotta be able to get into a situation, get out of the situation. So now y'all know. Now you understand, okay? Because I have to think ahead. I have to think, okay, I've got to get down there, but then I got to get back, or I got to get out, or I got to go somewhere else. I can't just, it's not that I'm going down there to stay. If I was going down to Manchester to stay, it'd be different. Then, yeah, John's $50 would be perfect. Well, I'm sorry, but, I'm not staying there. I have to go out on the Route 40. Got to find Route 40 first. Then I got to get on it, right? So I got to hunt for it. I got to go hunting for it. It's somewhere on 75. I just got to hunt for the right exit. Then I get out on the right exit, and I head out to the highway there. Okay, so, and I went way over 5 minutes. But just thought I'd, clarify, why I'm still here. And that's why, because I have to have, once I get there, then I have to have money to get out. You understand? Okay, so we need to keep, it's time to get the donations going again, because I'm going to be hitting, as soon as I pick up Sharpie, I'm going to head down 75, and I'm going to hit 40, and then I'm heading west. And that's what I'm going to be doing, because that's my only option, right? Yeah. So, I need to be able to get in there, get Sharpie, get out on the highway, and get heading down the highway. All right, so I hope you all figured it out. That's 8:40. Lord have mercy, I went too far. That's 8:40. I'm going to end it, but there you go. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye.